Hello everyone. As we will be beginning with our test series program, which is content enrichment, answer writing skills, and also the time management strategies, which precisely makes a must for main preparation. I want to dedicate this orientation video towards making clarity about the very basic aspects of answer writing. Though I am dedicating this specifically to geography optional, the snippet of the information that will be provided here, you can certainly utilize it for rest of your main answer writing also. Now, when I talk about geography as an optional, all of us are aware of the fact that the content matter of this discipline is elaborate. And it is not just elaborate, it is excessively dynamic also, which automatically tends to generate higher levels of confusion. We do come across several individuals who, though are excellently coped up with the syllabus, who are very well done with the concept clarity, who are very good orators of the information when we try and discuss the things with them. But when it comes to answer writing, they precisely fall short of the expectation. And what is the point that they are falling short of the expectation? That they are not in the regular writing practice. So, what exactly I want to say when I refer answer writing, content enrichment, there are certain important points that I want to discuss. So, without wasting much time, let us try to understand this in this orientation of our test series and content enrichment program. In UPSC Geography Main Examination, there are 8 questions in total. Of which we have question 1 and question 5 as compulsory question. Both subdivided into 5 short notes questions. The other questions are subdivided into 3 parts. And these 3 parts of the question have maximum marks of 15 and 20. And the short length question is 10 marker question. So if I take in totality, we have got 3 different maximum marks of our question. So it is 10 marker question, 15 marker question, and 20 marker question. Now, the first and the foremost thing that we need to understand in our answer writing practice or test series is that I need to have the word and the time limit that is applicable to each of the questions. But before I talk about it, in all the 3 types of question, there are certain key elements that will be applicable. Which are they? For efficient answer writing, key requirements includes deciphering demand of the question. What the question is actually asking you to answer. It can be what, it can be explain, it can be how, it can be why, it can be elaborate, it can be discuss. I need to actually make sense with what the question is demanding. Demand of the question tends to determine second important thing, that is structuring of answer. It is with structuring of answer that maximum marks plays the role. Because if I am writing a question as a 10 marker question, then I don't have much scope of enlarging on the details. But if it is a 20 marker question, I have got a bigger way of demarcating it. So 10 marker question, I essentially have 1.5 pages to write the answer. But for a 20 marker question, I can have 2.5 to 3 pages to write the answer. So automatically the structure and the length of the answer is determined by the maximum marks of the question. The third thing which I essentially insist on is dimensions to the answer. And when we try to create dimensions to the answer, I try to integrate variable aspects. And these variable aspects is what I need to grab to add a geographical dimension to my answer. And when I say geographical dimension to my answer, I'm writing it here. It is not just about putting any concept or putting on the contribution made by any scholar. It is essentially related to location, place, region, movement, and man-environment relation. Because remember, these are the 5 aspects of geographical study. I'm writing answer on any question that has got a dynamic edge to it. Today there has been a volcanic eruption in Indonesia. I'm writing answer on volcanic eruption. So automatically I'll talk about what is the mechanism of volcanism. Why Indonesia is so prone to volcanic location. So volcanic activity where, and then the place which is located at plate boundary. And I'm trying to add the implications of it if the question is demanding it. If it is like I'm talking about volcanisms and its impact, I'll by default be adding this new example of volcanic eruption. So here what I'm doing, I'm adding location and the characteristics of that location place to enrich my answer. So in answer writing, of course, you have to take the reference of deciphering the demand of the question. You need to take care of structuring, which is not just determined by the demand of the question, but also is determined by what exactly is the maximum marks of the question. So all these has to be taken into consideration. Okay. After this, the next aspect that you can incorporate in your answer writing is presentation. The general instructions that are written in our main question paper talks about illustrate your answer with suitable sketches and diagram. And geography is essentially a diagrammatic discipline. I can include maps, I can include flowchart, I can include the arrangement of different types of statistical tools to somewhere put forth my answer. There are some standard diagrams, there are some diagrams which I try to create out in logically making my content understanding clear with examiner. So if you try to take reference of presentation, it's about one, drawing diagrams, and when I'm writing diagrams, I'm including all. I'm not just including diagrams as standard diagrams, but I'm also including flowcharts and any other type of illustrations in terms of maps and etc. into it. Presentation is also the content flow. It should not be what I commonly call jerky writing. It should be very well planned. It should be coming up with the flow of the information. And one very common doubt that is there among us is presentation essentially talking about incorporating introduction, body to the answer, and then drawing a conclusion to the answer? No. You need to understand that geography goes with the dynamic nature of its content, and thus every answer will have its dynamic orientation. If I'm answering question which is something that is intermixing the topics, something which is very contemporary in its nature, then how I start my answer, call it introduction, how I conclude my answer, call it conclusion, makes a lot of difference in convincing examiner to give me marks. But if I'm writing answer to a conventional question, what is tropical cyclone? What is meant by plate tectonic theory? Now I don't need to conclude my answer anything on this. Like we essentially draw out from our very prominent reference manuals, Yojana Kurukshetra, almost every write-up concludes with way forward. With plate tectonic theory, we cannot add way forward. So don't bind yourself to any certain thing. Because if it is something that is dynamic question, something that is applicable question, the way you start and the way you conclude gives examiner a convincing understanding of the flow of information, the coordination between thought process and writing skill, that too in time bound manner, and that excellently goes in your favor. Don't bind yourself with any hard and fast rule. And the final thing that I talk about in the answer writing is your language. Of course, here I'm not talking about the medium that you have selected. If you have selected any of the regional language, you're surely writing in that. And if you have selected it as English as your medium, you're writing in it. But do understand geography is a semi-scientific discipline, and that discipline requires certain important terminologies. If I integrate these terminologies in my answer, I'm not just adding geographical dimension to my answer, I'm also logically deciphering the demand of the question. You have to take this to your understanding to actually enhance your approach of answer writing. This is what I wanted to discuss in this particular video. I hope it will help you in charting out your strategy towards your answer writing, content enhancement, time management, and also integration of different type of diagrams that is a must in our option. Towards conclusion, I surely want, we do understand that we all are in extreme uncertain time. Every of our planning have fallen flat in the present pandemic. Prelims have been delayed, new date have been announced. Few of us have decided not to give prelims this time. There is an uncertain environment, but what is best in our hands is that we must continue with our preparations and we must not delay it. So my advice surely will be get with your consistent answer writing practice, and I'm assuring you that this test series program is surely going to help you with all your required content enhancement. And that is it from my side. Happy learning to all of you. Goodbye.